Hey everybody, and I'm posing. You can't see it because freaking they're just there. Anyway, no music. What a weird way to start the video. No, nothing's happened. No one died. Last time we started the trial. Van Zeeks got naked. Yeah, he's back. Gina, it's looking pretty bad on Gina. We got more than enough evidence. Nothing's happened and everything's happened. So, yeah, these two guys are going to testify now. Gregson's with them, and without further ado, that's pretty much it. Let's just continue, right? Now. Get out of it. Okay. Alright, illegal entry. We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours and Gav's door was ajar, see? It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go, and it was. But once we got out inside, core blimey, lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back of the room. We went to see what the door was locked from the inside. Also, I just realized I'm slowly turning them Italian. Like the fucking Mario Brothers.
Eccolo tutto, sembra rete. È tutto armatato.
We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after the nice and quiet. Okay. That was a very short testimony. I couldn't have done that last time. A terrible coincidence, it would seem. At the precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot. The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. The door providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside. And within only the victim and the accused were found. I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. That's what they want you to think, sir. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now. Sorry. Of course. Counsel, if you please. Buddy, are you okay? Please, tell me you're okay. Because I'm not. Counsel? Yes. What's the matter, Bruno? Yeah, Iris is our second in command this time. I forgot to mention that last time I saw too. Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand. I know that it's all nonsense, but I saw it with my own eyes. I'll just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Even though we know what to do. Well, actually, I really wasn't paying attention, but, we was walking down the Baker Street in the small hours, and the Gav's door was ajar. Oh, they literally said the door was ajar. I could literally just present the thing that says... We could just present shit right now, right? Where it says, like, the freaking door was locked. I have something in here. Was it in here? No, that's not it. Does it say it here? Do I have anything that says that the door is ajar or whatever? Or that it's locked, I meant to say. Gun, blah, blah, blah. She was found holding unconscious. I swear I have something that says over here. Is it here? No, that's the representation paper. No, I guess I don't have anything. Okay, never mind. I guess we're just pressing everything. Hold it! The front door of Winnie Banks was ajar, you say? What time of night was this? Must have been about 1, right, Ringo? Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Sulky? How would I know? The place would have been shut at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in town. Well, it was pitch black inside, it's true. Ain't that right, Ringo? I'm not so sure, Nash. I seem to remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Sulky, me old mucker? He's just gonna eat. Leave me alone. There definitely was a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place. And when these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, already had the muzzle of her gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection!
Okay, we're objecting now. That is pure conjecture. Ha! Perhaps, but it changes nothing. These brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder, simply because they found the door to the victim's establishment open and ventured inside. Right, that's what happened. Sure, it happened. It was like some kind of sign begging for us to go in.
Hold it!
Okay. What are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in? Well, God moves in mysterious ways, they say, don't they, Ringo? They do, Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of a providence, I reckon. Gods will often present itself as the whim of thieves does it. It weren't no whim, I'm dead sure of that. It weren't, Nash, it weren't, like we said at the time. You don't just sit doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's two ways in about it. It was a sign that our long-lost brother was inside. They're not very good liars, are they? Nope, they're not. Absolutely not. Well, you can't deny it. It led us to the bloke, what looks like our bruv. That look, I'm pretty sure that doesn't. I said cut it out! Those chips are getting a chomping today. Oh yeah, right. But once again, got inside a core, blimey loomy, we heard a gunshot from the back room.
Hold it!
Okay. A gunshot, you say? Just the one? Are you sure about that? Yep, that one. Governor, I swear to that. It was Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv? The firearm used belonged to the victim himself.
Yes, Mr. Windybank always used to leave his gun lying around on the counter.
Right, I do remember that. He went running back for it. When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense. Mr. Windybank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded.
That's true. I remember him saying that as well. Me too. Me too. So we can't say with considerable certainty that only a single bullet was discharged from the firearm used as the murder weapon. Yes, my lord, we can. And I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused. Wonderful. That's beautiful. We went to see what was on, but the door was locked from the inside.
Hold it!
Okay. Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom? If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there is only one other door, that of the storeroom. Of course, there was only a little oil lamp burning, not much to see by. And the door was hidden behind the curtain and all. That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. I do remember that. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door?
Eh?
Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I should think.
Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo. Well, Nash, yeah. I suppose you'd have to say we ain't normal, eh?
Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or a scream. The timid flee gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help. These gentlemen are of the latter inclination, my learned Nipponese friend. It would seem of the former. Alright, somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night. Freaking goddammit.
Thank you, Counsel. So I believe we all understand the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witnesses.
Okay, last thing to press. We never done nothing, we never took nothing, we just left after that, nice and quiet. Okay.
Hold it!
You didn't do or take anything? Is that your story?
Well, it was a bedlam. Soon as we weren't,
It was, Nash, it was.
didn't even have time to pull me dukes out, me Lucy lockets.
So with no time to take your hands out of your pockets, you just left nice and quietly, you say?
That's alright, Governor. Nothing we ate more than violence, peace-loving nibblers. We're not bludgers.
We are, Nash.
We are never to even pull me dukes out, me Lucy lockets.
So you'd clearly like us to believe... Oh, the music stopped. Holy shit.
Come again?
As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? And did you not fire a gun at that person?
Saints alive. They fired a gun, you say?
Ah!
Blimey, Governor. You ain't telling us it was you in the doorways?
It was. What's up?
Why the bleeding Nora? Didn't you mention that before?
You weren't armed with a gun. Or you were armed, and you fled the scene. You fired that gun. At London's greatest detective, Herlock Sholmes.
They shot the great Mr. Sholmes. I did hear that, actually. There was a rumor had been hospitalized. The great Sholmes, that beyond the pale.
Oh, smack that. On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away. And when searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession. Oh shit, okay. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of a shot having been fired from it. Whoa! That's a flintlock pistol or whatever. The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers.
Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder around the muzzles, as you say, Counsel. The court will hold this weapon as evidence.
The Skulkin Brothers gun has been entered in the courtroom. Oh, that's convenient. That could only shoot one bullet, I think. And you're pouring yourself another glass. Hey, save me a cup as well, too. Actually, I prefer Bailey's. Anyway, now, my learned Nipponese friend.
Yes?
Here's to your successful presenting the evidence. Here's to you successfully presenting the evidence. What are you on about? For yes, there are the telltale signs of spent powder on this gun, and a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny in this trial.
Objection!
Well, I don't need evidence, because I was there.
Objection!
You need evidence, buddy. However, the rest of us in the courtroom were not. That is true. He's got you there, buddy. You need evidence. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of his rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and move on. Evidence that these two fired that gun before they left Windy Bank that night.
The court demands all claims of affirmed with clear proof. What evidence shows that these witnesses unloaded the firearm in the pawnbrokery that night?
Do I have any? I guess just check it out. So, there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver's 6 cylinders. Oh, so that you can shoot more than one. Okay.
Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it.
Exactly.
The bullet that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it.
Yes, it happened almost as soon as we'd walked in through the Windy Bank store.
I'll make those brothers pay.
Alright, do I have any evidence? I don't know if I have any evidence. Oh, wait a minute. Are we gonna show this already? Bro, I don't know. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. Okay, so I want to say this. Because isn't there a bullet here? Right there. Look at that. There's a bullet. And if only a single bullet is shown... Oh, wait. So, but what do I present, though, to show that it... I'm confused. So what do I present? Do I present the gun? Of a single discharge. Oh, this is kind of... What evidence shows that witnesses unloaded a firearm in the pawnbroker shop that night? Oh, well, if we're gonna read the question and it shows the witnesses unload the firearm in the pawnbroker shop, well, we have to show this, the blood samples, because one of the blood samples shows a literal fucking bullet on the damn calendar. So I'm just gonna go with this.
Take that!
The evidence is in this portfolio.
What on earth have you there, counsel?
During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of bloodstains. Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do, how arrogantly Nipponesque of you. Well, anyway, yeah, well, if I did, I would never have gotten this evidence. We analyzed all the blood samples we found and recorded the results in this portfolio.
And you claim to have evidence the court is demanding therein?
Yes, my lord.
No more dallying then, counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded the firearm at the scene?
Which sample show the literal bullet hole? Like I said.
Take that!
What is that? Explain.
It's a photographic print taken at Windy Bank's pawnbrokery on the day of the incident.
From the scene of the crime, is it? Is that a bullet hole? And if my eyes do not deceive me, it appears the bullet is still lodged there.
Exactly. Deduction reasoning over here. Yes, as your lordship noticed, the bullet pierced Mr. Windybank's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death.
The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight. But this incident indicates that a separate shot has been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th.
That's right. And while it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes this is credible evidence that the witnesses did fire a round from their gun in the pawnbrokers that night.
Nah!
I like how they're just like in sync.
Order! Order! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Van Zeeks?
He knows. He knows, and that's what worries me. He's too chill. But he has something up his sleeve. If that is the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objection. What? Yep. Careful, buddy. He led us straight to a trap. Also, he broke that shit now. But you'll have to forgive me for flinging my hollowed chalice aside in disgust at the repugnancy it exposes. Also, it's not hollowed. There was some shit inside of it. And smacking that shit. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street.
Eh? Take it easy there, Governor. You're gonna land us in the soup.
We had a deal. We weren't gonna get it into them details.
Tell him, Sulky. Set the bloke straight. I have nothing to add.
So he knew, did he? Yes, he did. Van Zeeks knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes. It would seem now that I owe my learned Nippones friend a word of gratitude. What do you mean? Give it a second. What I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact.
To what fact do you refer, Lord Van Zeeks?
As has been established at the point of their arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brothers' gun. However, if that shot found its target into Mr. Sholmes, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the proprietor and the victim. Ah! Basically, yeah, in other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of the Mr. Windybank at all. Crap. So that's it. What the fuck? I forgot they did this. That's it. We didn't have nothing to say with it. We didn't, Ash. We didn't. That's what I reckon. Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and let us not forget attempted murder. Murder. I can't. I'm stuffy, sorry.
Quite a catalog, eh, fellas?
Ah!
We're in it for it now, bruv.
Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It would seem the man patronized the pawnbrokers in the question somewhat regularly. Where's he going with this? Yeah, I don't have the slightest idea. Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery.
Eccentric? Says who?
Not me. Don't give me that look. Yeah, why are you looking at me? He said it. Look at him over there. Well, you can't see because you're kind of small. Never mind. He installed a pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop.
Oh!
Yep, you know that, don't you, Iris?
That's one of Hurley's red-handed recorders.
What is that, Counsel? It has the appearance of a photographic contraption.
As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device. Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if the thief were to break in the shop, he would be caught red-handed. The prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the device on the night in question. Okay, 8 o'clock, 8:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. As the court will observe, copious identical prints are produced in a quite desultory fashion. Dude, this music though, I'm sorry, I'm really into his music.
Rather prodigal, I feel.
In fact, there are 2 such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. If I may refer the court to the plan of the premises there, respective positions are here and here. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but it kind of like glitched out. My bad.
You say these cameras produce a print every half hour. I'm afraid I fail to see. How would that help if the anticipated thief conducted his activities in one of many 30-minute intervals?
One can only pray that the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. On the night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught on camera. Okay, yep. That's a bit of fair tuck, eh? Fair tuck, eh, bro? Ladies luck loves, skulking. What are you guys even talking about? You guys are spouting nonsense.
Witnesses, at what time did your trespassing begin?
It must have been just after 1, right, bruv? We must have had Nash. Must have been, yeah, just gone 1.
In which case, minutes before, these brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to see within the shop? Let us examine the evidence. Oh god, here we go. Oh no! Of course.
Good lord!
Great. Gina, you had to pick up the gun at that time. You had to pick up the gun at that time. Beautiful.
It's the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Great. Wonderful. Fan-flippin-tastic. As the court can clearly see... Yep, she has a gun. She has a gun. She has a gun! We get it!
Alright, I get it!
The accused is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter. No doubt coercing the proprietor to open the door to his storeroom.
Quite. One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel.
Bloop. Great. Fantastic. Oh, even he knows how great this is.
I don't believe it! Ginny!
In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Windybank. Beautiful. Damn it! Ah! Who's this? I say, my lord. Who's this? I don't know what's going on. Oh, shit.
Wonder if I might put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a bullet to the knee in the Battle of Maywood in 1880, well, don't you know? Decorated for it and all but forced to retire from service Saturday. Of course, a medal never outshined the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now, leading the small squadron, 6 men, all good and and true. And we'll all go down together, you mark my words, one for all and all for one.
The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached an agreement, have they? Great! Not even 30 minutes in and we're already gonna get to a summation examination. Is that what we are to understand? Oh shit, I gotta tweet that my video was out. Anyway,
Well, Mr. Foreman, is that correct? In a manner of speaking, yes. That is Garadev Squadron's position, sir.
Garadev, that's his name. What? No, it's too soon to make a judgment here.
Status report for the court, men, under double.
His lordship insists on promptitude at all times, and that goes for making decisions too. I think you'll find the truth is as clear as day now. Could reach out and touch it.
I wouldn't have left it in there. I just wouldn't. But in all honesty, I actually can't remember.
Situation clear. Stop. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth down. Undeniable. Stop. Morse code.
I'm very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky.
Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury.
I now call upon each member of the jury to state his or her leaning in this matter. Announce your considered verdicts to the court.
Here we go.
Guilty.
Yep.
Guilty.
Uh-huh.
Guilty.
3 more.
Guilty.
2 more.
Guilty.
1 more.
Guilty.
Guilty. I knew I got his voice correct.
It does appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already.
That photograph. It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned.
But Ginny didn't shoot him.
Of course she didn't. No, of course not. Yeah, see? Even I know. My lord, the defense wishes to assess its right to summation examination. Guess what we're doing next time?
Very well, the court grants permission.
So, you refuse to admit defeat again. How unsurprising.
We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination.
But, we're gonna do that next time. Because if I want to get to my video to 60, oh boy, this is gonna be long. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are great. Shit's hitting the fan, and next time on The Great Ace Attorney, summation examination. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we're almost done with the game. It's shocking that we're almost done with the game. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time, and bye. Intense music plays very, very loud. I don't know